Athlete is now going to go through a push-up series. When we talk about hand placement, the first thing we want to talk about is the thumb being just underneath the nipple. Elbows are going to be pulled in, tight to the body, and that's going to spare the athlete's shoulders. With that, we're looking for this exercise to work mainly the chest and triceps. You also need a little bit of shoulder as well. We watch as Ryan performs a couple push-ups here. He wants to keep his core tight. Glutes are squeezed. Low ab is tight firing, so he's in a neutral position. And again, if you watch, his scaps are pinching together slightly here as well. Controlling up and down, that body is in a perfect straight line. Elbows are tight to his body. Athlete is performing a push-up from the knees. This is a modifiable version of the regular push-up. This is an easy exercise, can be done anywhere. Again, we want to do things correctly here. So if they're not strong enough to go to those toes, we'll go right to their knees. Again, perfect position. Again, body is rising and falling. We're thinking that core is tight, everything's coming together. From the modifiable version push-ups, we're going to go right to a 45-degree glute ham raise. And what we're looking for here is body again, straight line, hips rising and falling with your shoulders. Again, we can use the handles or move out to the pads just for a different grip effect. Modified push-up with a bar in the rack. Again, we can adjust the rack position or the bar height to meet the needs of whatever athlete we're working with. Higher up for less strength, lower would be more resistance. Again, core is coming together, brace position, scaps folding in tight, butt is squeezed. Elbows pinching just up against the body. Looks just like a bench press. Push-up with dumbbells. Again, athlete wants to use elbows tight effect. This would be a great lead-in to a dumbbell bench. Squeezing the dumbbells as hard as he can, working some grip strength here as well. Athlete is going to perform a tricep push-up, focusing on scap stability as well. As those hands come out in front of him, we're going to activate those triceps. And then again, notice how his scaps have to work just to hold position up top. As they pinch together, presses up. Top end med ball push-up. Again, the athlete is on his knees with the placement of the hands being more medially. We're going to see more recruitment of the chest and triceps. Athlete can also go up to their feet. Again, more tricep and chest activation as well. Push-up with feet elevated. Again, keep the core tight and braced. Neutral position with those hands. We're going to put a little more emphasis on the upper chest here. Again, we're also going to increase that range of motion, that workload as well. Push-up with Bozu ball. Again, we're going to get some more stability here of those shoulders and the scaps. Again, more core work as well. Control down, we're squeezing the ball as hard as we can. Press back up. Excellent. Athlete is going to demonstrate a Spider-Man push-up. Perfect position. At the bottom position, we're going to have an isometric hold. Athlete is going to knee check his elbow. You're going to get some dynamic flexibility in there as well. And again, this is going to increase that time under tension. Fry that chest at the bottom position. This is our dynamic twist push-up. What we'll see with this variation is a little bit more scap stability, as well as some thoracic rotation up top to aid those shoulders that are naturally pulled forward with many athletes. Again, core stays tight. Push up, rotate up top. Keep everything stable on the push-ups. Athlete wraps the band around the bottom of his traps, top of his scaps. Again, we're going to deload at the bottom of the movement. At the top of the movement, we're going to get a lot of tricep activation. We can do this for reps or for time. Push-up with chains. I'm going to drape the chain over the athlete's neck. Again, core is going to be tight, controlled up and down. This could also be termed accommodating resistance. We're adding resistance, but we're going to deload at the bottom. As we press away, we'll get more resistance. We can do this for time. We can do this for reps. Again, neutral position. Locked in with those last strap push-ups. We're going to get a ton of core activation here. This is great for groups. We can modify the resistance by cheating our feet up, having a higher incline, or we can increase the resistance by moving back. We could also elevate the feet if we wanted to as well. We're going to need a ton of shoulder stability. We're going to call upon that core to really lock in as we maintain neutral with that spine. We want to keep a neutral position with the hands, control down, driving up from there. This is an alternating press up with the medicine ball. We're going to get some scap stability. We also need some unevenness. Call upon that core a bit. We're going to work our shoulders a little bit harder than we normally would with the regular push-up. Athlete is going to perform clap push-ups. We want to overload the eccentric. We want a really quick concentric. This is a plyometric effect. Perform pitching-specific push-ups that we'd use with pitchers in baseball, overhead athletes as well. He's going to perform 2 reps with a neutral position with his hands, 2 reps with his hands internally rotated. Again, focus on different release points of that baseball, and then 2 reps with his hands externally rotated with those shoulders externally rotated as well. Athlete is now going to perform a triceps death combo. We're going to use a 3 board, a 2 board, and a 1 board. We could do this a number of ways. We could start with the low board, start with a couple reps here. Let's say we'll pick 5 reps. Athlete to perform 5. We're going to go from a 1 board to a 2 board. Just makes his way over the 2 board. We could also exchange out the boards or add another board on top. We'll go from 1 board to 2 board. Then we'll move up to that 3 board. And here we're looking for more time under tension, high rep effect. We're also looking as we increase to really work those triceps at the top end of the movement. Excellent.